Hey guys, I was just popping on here. I'm trying out this going live thing. Um, just on here, kind of hanging out. I don't really know how to do this, so it's exciting. I've got some cards that I was going to sort through and stuff like that. I figured I might as well do it live on the stream. Just try it out, test it out, see how it goes. If anyone wants to pop on here eventually and check out what I got going on, that'd be cool. I had a box of cards that I dug out. I was digging through stuff and I just kind of wanted to check it out and see what all I got. So I'm going to be sorting stuff while waiting for some people to pop on. I don't know if I got anybody on here or not, but so a while ago I went through and sorted out like a bunch of, individual player stuff. Like sorting them into players. And so I was going to start digging through some of those to see what all I got. So this whole stack is going to be, I kind of broke them down. I'll see if I can zoom down a little bit so that you guys can see what I'm doing here. So like all of these cards, they're all in this case. I had a stack of, some Bo Jackson cards here. Everybody loves Bo. So I was just kind of sorting out cards amongst players. Some of the stuff I don't remember what I have in here. I obviously have a ton of 90s Donruss from the pack, all the packs you guys see me opening on stream and things like that. So got a little Bo Jackson there. Got some Cal Ripken Jr. cards. Now we're kind of, it's this way. We're kind of sorting through. I'm going to figure out all the other features and stuff on doing this kind of thing every once in a while. But I figure the more times I try it, the more I check everything out. Got some more little Cal Ripken stuff. None of this stuff's anything really major. I was just kind of sorting out and packing up some eBay things on here. So, figured it'd just be fun to pop on for about 30, 40 minutes or so. Let's see what else we got in this lot. I've got a lot of Reggie Jackson stuff, apparently. Got plenty of Reggie Jackson cards in here. There's a lot of these. What is this? Oh, some score ones. I guess that's 90 score, 91 score, something like that. There's a ton of Reggie Jackson in here. And what I kind of do with these, like whenever I'm, preparing stuff to put on eBay, I usually about 6 cards is the maximum that I can fit in an eBay standard envelope and still be within, the proper regulations for an eBay standard envelope. So I'll go through and I'll make lots of 6, and sell them that way. If I don't quite have that many, then I will do, I'll just do 5, 4, 3, whatever. And that's how I kind of list them on eBay. I know sometimes like these cards here are going to be, you can see they're not always necessarily in the greatest shape. This is all, good Lord. Okay. So this whole stack that you're looking at here is all Eddie Murray cards. If anyone ever needs an Eddie Murray card, I've got them. And like I would do, so what I would do is I would list a lot, I would throw in one of those. I got several of the 86 tops Eddie Murray's. I would throw that in there. I got several of the 87 tops. I would throw one of those in there. Got a ton of 89 Donruss. I would throw that in there as well, like one of each of those just to set up something. Some type of lot to be able to list on eBay. I got a couple of the 91 scores. I got a couple of the 92 Fleer. My hat looks jacked up there. It's an old hat. I definitely do have an old hat of stuff. So I don't know that I have anybody watching or anything, but I was going to talk about the fantasy baseball league that we set up for all the viewers on there. I'm trying to get it where you guys can see the cards without necessarily having to look at me. So what I did, I'll run over it, even though I don't know if I got it in there, but the fantasy baseball league we set up, it's got 6 teams in it so far. It's set up for 12 teams. It's on Yahoo. I'll put the link somewhere. Let's see if I can put it in this. See if I can put it in this chat box here in case anybody wants it. But it's 12 teams. We've got 6 already. It's free to join. But we have prizes for each one. I actually had Dollar Box Bangers reach out to me, and he wanted to donate a couple prizes because he signed up for the league, and he wanted to donate some prizes to. So he threw in a couple slabbed cards that I'll discuss later when we get some people in the chat in there. But right now I'm looking for a link on here. Let me see if I can find the link in case somebody goes back and watches this another time. Send invites. Yeah. I'll copy the link and I'm going to post it here in the. There it is. If anybody pops in and they want to join the free fantasy baseball league, I'm going to go ahead and get a mega box as the first place prize of something. I'm probably going to get a blaster box for the second place prize and get probably just a hanger box or something for the third place. And then, like I said, there's some slabs that Dollar Box Bangers donated. I'll have to pull up that picture and see exactly what he is sending over to me. He says he's going to mail them out today. Sorry, he mailed them out today. Let me see exactly what those were. So at least if somebody goes back and watches this in the future, they'll be able to see. All right, so it was a PSA 10 Jackson Churio, I believe, 2022 Bowman. Paper Prospect was a 2022 Bowman Yamamoto. And what was this third one? Third one was a 2023 Bowman Chrome Yoshida. And all of those I believe all of those were PSA 10s. Yeah, or PSA 10s. So, we'll be adding those in there as prizes as well for that kind of stuff. But I was going to show you guys some of the things that I ran across while I was sorting through some boxes. I found these, I think they're 83. Yeah, 83 Fleer team stickers. And there's there's the away ones and there's the home ones. Like this is for the Rangers. I've got some for just about, as you can see, for just about every team. I kind of broke them all down. So if anybody's interested in some 83 or some of them are 82 of the Fleer stickers, they're all in one piece and they're all, pretty good. I was listing some of them on eBay. I kept a couple for myself. As you can see, I think I don't know if I put it, if you can see it. Oh yeah, right up over here. Right there. If I can move my hand right. Yeah, there's the Braves one up there that I'm keeping. So yeah, I'm just sitting here sorting through some cards, trying to get stuff situated, getting some eBay lots together. It's baseball season's rolling around. I mean, I do have other stuff too, but I'll try to keep it up so you guys can see what we got going. A lot of this is just like, I don't think I'm making a Larry Walker triple play lot or anything like that going on. Got some David Njoku, some Ryan Kerrigan, little Prism. Most of this is just, they may be some bigger name players, but I don't think this Edgar Martinez scorecard is burning through the eBay stores or anything. do have some Jose Uribe. Uribe stuff's always, I believe it's Juan Uribe that's more popular with his air cards. But yeah, you know, like Real Muto stuff. I have a bunch of his rookies actually from like 2014 Donruss, the rookies. I bought, I want to say several years ago, I bought cases and cases of that, because what they do is the 2014 Donruss rookies, I don't know if you guys have collected and been through it, but they come in, you get the whole set. Like it's 100 card, you get the 100 card set in a box, and you get one autograph in there. So what I had done is I went through a couple years ago, bought a whole bunch of those sets. And I mean, I was buying them for, you know, the whole case was no more than, I want to say $150, something like that, for a whole case of 20 boxes of it. And so I went in and I bought all of those, and I opened up and I took the autographs out, and then I made lots of like 10 cards of all the rookie cards. So I had like Real Muto and Jose Abreu and Mookie Betts and, you know, all those kind of guys from 2014 that were in there. And it was, you know, ended up being pretty profitable. Now I think those boxes sell for, I don't know what happens when I pull up this screen. Sorry, I'm just learning all this stuff, guys. 2014 Donruss, the rookies set. Yeah, those boxes sell for about, DeGrom was in there, but the boxes sell for, I don't even know. Sold ones. Look, let me look. They're like $70 a piece or something like that. It looks like. Yeah, about $4 to $40, we'll say. So they're selling for about $40 for those. But I bought them. When I bought them, they weren't, you know, $15 a piece or something like that. You know, I wish I had held on to them now that I see it. But I mean, I pulled out some good rookies. I did end up getting a couple of the bigger guys rookies. I don't think I ever got a DeGrom or anything like that. But, you know, it wasn't a bad purchase. I've made some good purchases on stuff for eBay. I've made some bad purchases on there. I think, like I've talked about before in some of my videos, like some of the best purchases that I made were the Christian Walker stuff that I bought. Because years and years ago, when he was in the minors, he hit like 29 home runs in what ended up being his final season in the minors, at least consistently. And so he ended up putting up 29 home runs. And at the time, Goldschmidt was still there in Arizona. And so I was like, man, if this guy, you know, gets traded, if he's in a trade package or something like that, or if something were to happen to Goldschmidt, if he got hurt, you know, he might get a shot, might have a chance. Guy's got a lot of power. He's a decent hitter. So I started buying up some of his cards. And when I bought up his cards, they were like $2, $3. I think I bought a BGS 9.5 number to 150 of like his Bowman rookie, like a 2015, 2014, something like that. And I mean, I think I paid $20 for it. And so I think that was the most expensive one that I paid for. Most of the other ones were like $2, $3, like some Bowman Inception and Bowman Chrome even, and like a Phoenix. You know, I bought some of that stuff, pennies on the dollar, pretty much. And then next season rolled along, and it was him and Goldschmidt got traded to St. Louis, and then it was him and somebody I don't even remember now was battling out for first base. And it'll come to me eventually, but they were battling out for first. And so came into spring training, was back and forth. Then whoever he was battling, I forget who it was now, ended up switching over to third a little bit, and then got hurt. And then Christian Walker ended up getting that starting job. And then he had that little string of like 8 games where he hit 8 home runs, and those cards jumped up to like big numbers. I was able to sell a BGS 9.5 Bowman Chrome rookie auto of his that I had paid like $15 for. I was able to sell it for like $199 at some point. I sold one of them. The other ones I think ended up selling for like $120 or $125. But that was just kind of one of those times that I got lucky. And what's up, buddy? There's Johnny. So when I talk about my friend Johnny and all our Orlando sports cars adventures, that's the Johnny that I'm talking about that's on there right now. Yeah, dude, I like the background too. It's pretty much a conglomeration of every sports thing I have, and you'll appreciate some of this actually, since I mean you're the one here, you're the only one on here, so I don't care. But like all this stuff, like these cans over here, and this, not this, like this little gator thing. I mean, all that stuff was my grandma's stuff, plus this gator statue right here, and this Florida Georgia thing over here, and this bear. Like all this stuff was my grandma's stuff that she got. I don't know if I ever told you about. Um, I think I probably have. Hold on one second. So I feel like you'll appreciate this. So I have this blanket right here from the '67 Orange Bowl. No, I don't have the shampoo superhero bottles, but this is from the '67 Orange Bowl that my grandma got when she was a sports reporter at the University of Florida. And I was trying to look for something on here. Let me see. Sorry, I know you're probably looking at my crotch or something. That it's not an exciting sight, but it doesn't say it on here anywhere. I thought it did, but it doesn't. But that blanket is Spurrier's blanket that she got on the airplane ride back, or bus ride, or whatever. I don't know how they got there, but that blanket was Spurrier's Orange Bowl blanket from that game. Yes, I do still have the 50-yard line from the AstroTurf on the old Florida field when it used to be AstroTurf. I do, and I swear someday I'm gonna lay something down flooring wise. But yeah, I still do. It's in a box, not anywhere in this room. I believe it's in the garage somewhere in a box that is. It has the entire 50-yard line, runs all the way from sideline to sideline. It's only like a 1-yard strip. But yeah, I still do have that. I'll dig that out one day. That's the old Florida field when it was AstroTurf. That was many, many years ago. But yeah, I still do have that. And that was something my grandma got. So, I'd like to say that all this stuff is my collectible stuff, but it's not. I mean, you can see this sweet pic from high school. So, I mean, check that out if you don't remember what I look like then. Yeah, I haven't seen it in years, to be honest with you. I haven't seen the 50-yard line. I'll have to dig that out one day. I mean, the carpet in here is like a nice plush carpet. I don't think I could replace this room with all the carpet or whatever. But I probably do have a box somewhere in here of 2000 Topps Finest or 2000 Topps Chrome, if you wanted me to kind of dig through that with you, while you're on here, so we can recall some memories. But oh, look, there's one right there. Speak of the Devils, there's a 2000 Topps Chrome rookie card. But no, I popped on here because I wanted to try like Facebook Live. I've never done it before, so I just wanted to try test it out and see how it was going. Oh, speaking of that, Johnny, I've set something aside for you. I was going to send it to you if you want it, but I was digging through those old team stickers from Fleer, like 81, 82, 83, and I set that aside for you. So I'll send it down to you, but I thought you would like it. I got one for Marconi too. I set one aside. So you two, I set one aside for. So I'll send that down to you if you want it. And then I found some sweet Valentines from Brandy that someone named Brandy had sent me. I know a Brandy now. I don't know that I recall a Brandy then. But yeah, there's a Michael Jordan Valentine from Brandy. So I got that. Yeah, I like those team stickers. I got the Braves one over here from 82 or from 83. The one I showed you is from 82 Fleer. I think I had, well, tell me which one. Actually, you know what? Yeah, Warcraft, you did made it to the first ever attempt at a live video for me. So that's pretty exciting. For me, I'm glad some people are joining me on here. It gives me something to talk about. But Johnny, let me find that. I had I thought I had a different year or design of the Red Sox one. I don't remember. I got a lot of White Sox. Like I got this whole stack of, oh, here it is. Okay, so would you rather have that one that I showed you or one like this? Like of the 83. I think there's a different one too. No, that's it. That's all I got of the 83. Welcome, Warcraft, Ohio. Where are you at? Are you in Ohio? I actually went to college in Ohio. Played football there for a little bit at Marietta College. Very exciting. But yeah, Johnny, if you let me know which one of those you want. Like let me put them side by side, and then you can tell me. Or I mean, I can just send you both of them if you just want both of them. But like those are the two that I was able to find. So I haven't pulled any sweet Red Sox cards or anything. I was looking for some Rick Azadorians. You want the 82, the earlier one? Okay, I like that one too, the white one. Yeah, I haven't seen any Rick Azadorian cards, or else I would send you one of those. Although I'm sure I've got one of them somewhere. So, yeah, I'm glad to be testing out this Facebook Live. I know I need to get on TikTok is apparently my next move that I need to do. Someone keeps telling me that I need to get on some TikTok. See, too bad like Sean King didn't pan out or something. I'd be on fire with something like that. But I've got all these cards that I've got to get sorted. Like, I mean, I've got stacks and stacks. Yeah, Tyler Gentry. Yeah, I like Tyler Gentry. I mean, I think Tyler Gentry is going to have a good. I mean, I think I responded to you about it, and I think he's gonna pan out all right. I know that I don't know if it'll be this year that he's going to have a big splash. Let me see. I don't remember what I said to you about that. Or how in depth I went in. I don't want to rehash anything else. Well, that's weird. Let me see. I forgot how old he was. That's what I was looking up right now because he's a little bit older. I remember. Yeah, he's like 25. But I mean, he's on the 40 man, so that always helps. Yeah, I haven't pulled Warcraft. I haven't pulled any of his autos out of anything. I have base. I have base cards of him. I don't collect too many newer Royal stuff. I do have a lot of Nick Lofton stuff. That's not true. I do have a lot of Nick Lofton stuff. I think I actually got the Royals in a I think I got the Royals in a break that I was in, and I pulled some Nick Lofton cards out of there on that break. But I don't have a lot of Tyler Gentry, especially in the autograph stuff. I need to get a few more. I want to get a few more boxes of stuff that I can start opening up and maybe try to do something live here for you guys to be able to watch. You know, right now, like I said, I'm just testing it out for probably another 20 minutes or so, and I'm going to get off of here. But Nelson Rada, I don't know. You know, I can't say names. Hey, Barry, how we doing? I saw that Barry. So Johnny and Barry are both signed up in the fantasy league. Let me see what their team names are. I think Barry's just Barry. I know he's Barry's best team, and Johnny is John's phenomenal team. If you guys want to go those names, I mean, you can. Oh, the quality looks good. Okay, that's good. This is like a little cheapo Logi camera that I bought. I actually use it for like government events and stuff like that. I use this camera, so it's not too bad. But I'm glad it looks good. If anybody's got any questions or anything, if they, you know, about fantasy baseball or some cards I'm sorting through, or questions if I have anything, or if they want to know anything about any of this background stuff behind me, let me know. But yeah, oh, there was another card that I was going to show you too. I put so Johnny, I pulled this one out for Cottrell. I'm gonna see him in a couple of weeks. I'm gonna swing by his house while I'm driving down, because I'm going on vacation and driving down there and flying out. But I was gonna drop this off with Cottrell. So, oh man, I was gonna, speaking of Cottrell, I just thought of something. Hang on one sec. I'll probably watch this video and make fun of me for using his name so much. Okay, so here we go. So I was digging through some stuff the other day, and I dug out this Florida State. What year is this? 2000? I don't know. It was a back-to-back championships, but you can see at the bottom that he's down there, and I made him sign it. So yeah, I always thought that was funny. No, I do not have. Yeah, how about that? I made Keith sign that. What? Oh, ow! That was my knee. Hope everybody saw that. Oh, they can. Okay. That was my mom calling me. Lovely. I'll call her back. So, oh, you're in Cleveland? Yeah. I've been to Cleveland a few times. I went to a ball game up there a couple times. We used to drive up. I actually got pulled over there one time. But we used to go to Cincinnati and Cleveland a lot. Actually most of the ball games that I would go to, most of the, I'll tell you said hi. Most of the ball games I would go to would be in Pittsburgh because it was closer to Marietta, because Marietta is a lot further south than where you're at. A Ronald McDonald Jr. card. There's nothing wrong with a Ronald McDonald Jr. But yeah, so we used to go to the Pittsburgh Pirates games. We would go. I think we went opening day one year, and I forget who they were playing, but we had a good time. We actually went down for the game. It got rained out. Might not have been opening day, but we went down for a game. It got rained out, and we turned around, drove around, and went back the next day. So it wasn't too far from campus. And when it wasn't football season, there's nothing wrong with Jersey either. I have never actually stopped in Jersey. I have driven through Jersey. But yeah, I remember I had the flu and went to your mom's and had some shine, and it clears my nasal passages right up. Oh yeah, yeah. She's probably got some. Actually, not that she's ever going to watch this, but when she called me earlier, about 30 minutes ago, right before I started this, um, she was letting me know. Yeah, yeah. Keep moving through Jersey. That's probably the safest bet. Um, I don't know, Johnny. You ever been to Jersey? It's okay. Boomer slang. I mean, every I tell people keep driving through my little town here now. Um, so yeah, you just gotta keep on rolling. Yeah, but my mom. So when my mom called me earlier, she had bought the Rocks tequila. It's yeah, nice. Yeah. Um, she had bought some of the Rocks tequila, and she was because she's down visiting friends, and she had bought some of the Rocks tequila and was trying it, because she loves the Rock. So we um we went by the store before she left yesterday and had bought some of that for her. So yeah, that's her. Yeah, so I'm in Georgia now. Um, Definitely not somewhere cool like Jersey or Cleveland. I'm in the middle of nowhere, Georgia. I am not too far. Oh, The Rock was on SmackDown tonight. I'm sure she probably watched it, knowing her. And there's a sweet Dak Prescott card. If anybody needs that. Somebody wants to choke on that, because that's what I do every time. Like, this is what's funny. So I go on like I don't know if I sorted these or whatever. I got a Leighton Vander Esch, and then there's a Troy Aikman, and then we go into Eli after that. But I'm just kind of getting these sorted into boxes while I'm on here talking to you guys between commons, and I kind of sort my stuff out like commons, semi-pro, all that kind of stuff. Boom was like, how long you been in Jersey? Hey, Troy's on here. Nice. Thanks for popping in. Hey, how we doing? I'm just testing out the live stream for the first time just to see how it goes. Um, I mean, I really wasn't prepared to do much of anything, um, but I just want to kind of give it a try, and all the rest of you guys kind of do some stuff. But yeah, are you so Boom Slang? Were you a always a Jersey guy, or you know been there a short period of time? Oh, you've been there 20 years. Yeah, I've been here in Georgia since 2011, so about 13 years. Where were we at before then? Hey, Troy, let me let me know if about that 2022 Allen and Ginter stuff, because I've got a couple more. Your chat is blocked. Oh, I think it's on like a 20-second delay. I'm in like Southwest Georgia, or what they call LA. I'm really close to LA, which is Lower Alabama. I'm right over by there. Um, Let me see. I think it's set up on a 20-second delay. I think I have it blocked. Ooh. Oh, PA born. Nice. Um, oh, somebody bid on, I just got a bid on eBay for a 1991-92 Upper Deck Larry Bird. Hey, Johnny, Larry Bird. There you go. Um, yeah, I don't think I'm going to go to the home opener for the Braves. What I was looking at is, so every year for the last couple of years, I used to have season tickets for the Braves, and I used to go, to as many games as I could. But they're about 3.5 hours. Well, they were 3 hours away when the old stadium. Now they're 3.5 hours away, being on the backside of the city, over in Cobb. So I used to, but what I looked at was last year and the year before, they do a Dale Murphy experience, and it's not cheap, but I really want to go. Oh yeah, I've got some bird stuff, but I don't have too much of it. But I was digging through some old books, and I found a bunch of Larry Bird cards I was kind of been selling off. But so anyway, so I really want to save up my money and go to a Dale Murphy experience. They have, basically like a Q&A. You sit down with Dale Murphy, you're in the suite with him for a game. Um, I think you can get like one or two things autographed, but they do have like a an autograph one where you pay. It's like $700 for the Dale Murphy experience, and then it's like $1,000 if you want to get the like collector or like signer or whatever. You can get more things autographed. I have actually have three autographs of Dale Murphy. I have two cards that I got autographed when I was a kid, and then my aunt went to a Braves game a couple years ago, and she went to Murph's to eat, and he was there, and so I have a Wrigley gum because that's all she had. I have a Wrigley gum pack that he signed. So, but other than that, I don't have much Dale Murphy autograph stuff. But I think it'd be really cool to do that. So I'm gonna save up. I'm not gonna get tickets and go to the opener. I'm gonna try to save up and go to that. Because I think it'd be cool. I was really upset that I saw that Cards HQ had Chipper Jones there the other day. I don't know if he was signing stuff. It was for that Tops opening or the Tops night or whatever it was. They had Chipper Jones there, but I think it started at like 2 p.m. and I was still at work till like 4:30. Um, oh, you're driving from Mississippi are you going to the home opener? Yeah, that'll be cool. The home openers are always great. I went not last year, but the last 2 years before I went. Um, Man, it's always a fun time. I've been trying to watch some of the spring training stuff, and yeah, Jackson, Mississippi. Um, oh yeah, they are playing the D-backs. And I think one of the Chipper Jones experience game was a D-backs game. The one that I really looked at was they were playing the Dodgers in September. Um, but I think that's probably already sold out. Because everybody wants to see the Dodgers this year. My friend Robert, that I take this stuff with me sometimes when I go to card shows and things. He's a big Dodgers fan, and I took him a couple years ago, and he had a blast. That was his first Major League Baseball game, and he's like 60, 67, 68 years old. So, but yeah, I mean, home opener is great. I love the new stadium. I even went when I went to Cards HQ on that trip, and just kind of checked everything out. I went by the stadium and wandered around there for a little bit, like around the Battery and stuff. So there's always some good food there. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, seeing Austin Riley. Yeah, that's awesome. I had like the only kind of similar experience I've had to something like that is I went and saw. Sorry, my dog's barking at something. I don't know if you guys can hear it. I went and saw Steven Strasburg in his first pro game right after he got drafted. He threw a couple innings in Lakeland against Detroit. It was the rookie ball team, and I went down there, and it was I mean, you could just hear him. It was only reporters that were there, and one of my friends just happened to be friends with the president of baseball operations down there, and he got us in to go down there, and it was just reporters and things like that. So it was real quiet in the stadium, and you could hear him just warming up in the bullpen, like pop, 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 and oh really? Oh man, I didn't see that. You guys are losing the Braves, the Mississippi Braves. Man, that's no good. I remember. Well, I'll give that story in a second. All right, Johnny. I'll talk to you later. I'll call you sometime. Kind of get ready for the draft, but I'll definitely see you at the draft or see you in the draft box. Oh, they're heading to Columbus. Yeah, Columbus is a little closer for me. It's like an hour and a half. I got to drive through Columbus. I actually got to go right through Fort Benning to get to drive to the stadium when I drive up there. But so when I saw Strasburg, I mean, you could just hear him like pop, pop in the bullpen. And I remember the first hitter that went up there, it was some little, probably 18-year-old kid that got up there, and he threw a fastball to him, and that kid just started laughing and like backed out of the box. And he was like, "Woo, yeah, big hurt for sure." Yep. But I mean, the kid just like backed out of the box. He was laughing, and everybody on the bench was laughing at him. He was just mesmerized by how fast that was going. Um, and so he struck out the first guy, struck out the second guy, and then the third guy fouled a ball off, not got a hit, fouled a ball off, and the whole place like cheered. Both benches were cheering that he just fouled a ball off. Everyone was so excited that somebody touched a pitch from Strasburg. So it was pretty funny. But that's really the only experience I've got of seeing somebody's kind of first anything other than, let's see, I remember some of the pitchers for the Kissimmee Astros. That almost. Oh, yeah, no, it was no, it was a hitter for one of the opposing teams. It wasn't it was a hitter. Yeah, I know who it is, but I'm not going to bring up his name. But yeah, it was a hitter for the opposing teams that all tried to fight me one time. Almost tried to run up in the press box and fight me. Uh, yeah. Luckily, though, at that point, that's when I was still playing football. I mean, that was my summer off from Marietta, and I was still 245 and still benching 465 or 470. Like I was still a big boy then. Yeah, Barry, I worked for the Cobras when they were in Kissimmee. Um and kind of like Troy was saying, losing the Braves, like Kissimmee lost the Cobras shortly after I started there. Like I worked 2 seasons for them, and they they lost the Cobras. They moved on. Manny Acta was our manager at the time, and they kind of moved on. But the Big Hurt's going to be signing at the Philly show. $200. Woo, that's big money. How much do you think it is to get one of those? What is that? Natron neck. What are that stuff that he sells? The testosterone thing. I can't remember what the name of it. Nugenics. That's it, right? Nugenics. Like get him to sign a Nugenics bottle. I wonder if you get a discount because he promotes that as a product. But yeah, so yeah, I worked for the Astros. I worked for the Cobras, but it was cool. All my paychecks said Houston Astros when I got paid. I did not get paid a lot for doing that. I got like $30 a game. But I had a blast. I had a good time. I think when I PA announced a couple games, I got paid a little bit more when Kevin Baldinger wasn't there. But the only real big name Astro that I had came through when I was with the Cobras was Brad Lidge. And he was actually a starter for the Cobras. He wasn't the closer back then. He was a starter. Other than that, I don't think we really had anybody that made it out of because it was just a single A team. I think Brad Lidge was the only one that made it up to the majors. There were some good players on that team, but yeah, Lidge was a stud, man. He was a stud as a starter. Like I remember, when he came up and he was thrown out of the bullpen, I didn't think it was the same guy, because it was, I was used to seeing him start games. I mean, he'd go 6-7 and he'd shut him down. So he was a solid pitcher. But the first baseman on that team was pretty good. I think he might have made it spring training a couple times. Oh, okay. I gotcha. Yeah, he may refuse to sign it. I just think that would be funny. I always like to get weird things signed by people. That's kind of like that Dale Murphy thing. Like I kind of like having the Wrigley gum thing signed by him, even though Wrigley has nothing to do with him. But what it was when I was a kid, I used to go at the Astro Stadium. It was in Osceola County Stadium, and that's where the Cobras played, the Kansas City Cobras. But when I was a kid, and even when I worked for the Astros, they did their spring training there. And so when I was a kid, I'd go down there, and especially when they were playing the Braves or the Cubs or somebody like that, I'd go down I'd go for a spring training game. And my grandmother would make me stand out of the parking lot of the opposing team usually, but both teams parked in the same park. This is when you could just approach a player as they're walking out of the locker room. So I'd be there like 2 or 3 hours with, some of my friends would be there with me. I'd be like 2 or 3 hours after the game was over, just tracking down players to get to get an autograph. So that's how I got my Dale Murphy autograph. I got Ken Caminetti, Luis Gonzalez, like those type of. That's how I got a lot of my autographs that I have. Now here recently, later in life, like I showed you guys on that video, I think I just put some cards over while I was sorting. I was supposed to be sorting cards while I was talking to you guys, but I'm just kind of BSing on here. But like I got the rocker signed, and I got Raleigh Fingers to sign an unopened Yak pack of his cards. Rack pack? From his personal. Oh, that's cool. Yak, but yeah, okay. Yeah, that's cool. I had the coolest. Love watching Caminetti. Oh yeah, those guys were great. And I'm trying to think like Eric Anthony. I got him to sign something. I probably have those cards in here somewhere. But yeah, I mean, and those are spring training games, like so they were already up in the big leagues, and those are some big time ball players. But yeah, I used to. That's the one thing. Like when you live in Florida, there's a lot of spring training going on down there. And I know kind of in Arizona too. There's a lot of spring training stuff going on. I always had a fun time, and they're a lot more approachable during spring training for autographs and stuff. I don't know about nowadays. I'm an old man. They don't like to sign stuff for old guys. Like I was saying, if I get an autograph now, I usually got to pay for it or go to a special event. Like I got to go to like a wrestling event where there's some old wrestlers, and I get stuff signed by them. And some of them charge $20. Some of them charge $5. I had who was it? Chick Donovan. Chick Donovan signing autograph pictures for $1, and he actually printed out the pictures on his computer and brought them with him. And so, I mean, I gave him $5 for it because, he was still out there wrestling at however old he is. But yeah, I went to spring training games first season. Oh yeah, I mean, I like Wide World of Sports, but it's turned into more of a like high school sports, college sports, like a big, just all around. It's where all the local and national, they do a lot of events out there. But yeah, when they had the Braves there, I definitely went to a few games. Yeah, it's a huge complex. I went out to a couple soccer tournaments that I knew people that were playing soccer in. I went to those. But like when I was a kid, I used to go to Tinker Field. That's where the Twins used to be at. I think they were at Tinker Field when I was a kid. But I went down there and saw a bunch of games down there. I didn't get too many autographs there. If I got autographs, it was usually Osceola County Stadium, or I got a bunch of Cubs autographs. They were signing autographs at Islands of Adventure one time, and I got a bunch of Cubs autographs. I got Ryan Sandberg to sign some stuff, and a few other guys. But yeah, I think the one cool thing that I had at Tinker Field, and I think I've told this story before. I went down there when Jordan was on the Birmingham Barons, and he was down there playing a game at Tinker Field. And I went down there and watched him take some batting practice and watched the game that he played in. He went over in the game. He didn't get a hit, shockingly. But it was cool to see him. I actually used the picture that I took in my Chicago White Sox prospecting video. I used the picture that I took, or one of the pictures I took when I was at the game when he was playing. So that was pretty cool. I feel like as a kid, I used to go to a lot of cool things. Now that I'm old, I don't do too much anymore. But I do try to make some Braves games and do try to do some stuff like that. I want to get out to, there was something that I really wanted to go to. I don't remember what it was now. Oh, it was there was a couple college games that I want to try to get to this year, that are kind of around here, and some local college stuff and things like that. So kind of get back into getting out to games and just getting around some baseball. I have not made it to a Savannah Bananas game yet, but I would like to I'd like to do that eventually. Um, wow, Robin Yount's. Well, yeah. I mean that kind of makes sense, I guess. I mean, I'd personally rather get a Frank Thomas autograph over Robin Yount, but I mean, I'm not against a Robin Yount autograph. Oh yeah, the bananas are. Yeah, I should have gone a couple years ago. You know, see now I did get so many years ago. I took one of my friends is a big Phillies fan. Um, I did see that there's a game in Birmingham this year, and I'm definitely going to try to go. Yeah, I did see that. That's true, Barry. I did, and I do want to try to go to that. And at some point, I want to make it to a Field of Dreams game because that's just something I feel like I want to experience. But yeah, so I got like a down on the field hitting, like batting practice type thing, for the Braves versus Philly. Um, and this was many years ago. And I got a bunch of autographs from the Braves players. And my friend Steve got some Phillies autographs. I think he got a Charlie Manuel one. It was like his prize one that he got. And Chase Utley was down there. Got a couple pictures of him. I took a picture with Martin Prado of the Braves because he came right over and was talking to us for a little bit. So it was pretty cool. Not all the players were out there hitting. Obviously, they do a rotation type thing, and we're only down there for second to last rotation. Um, yeah, I think Regions is in Birmingham. They're a bunch. I mean, I think that's where their headquarters are. I was just in Birmingham a couple of weeks ago. I actually got to go there in 2 more weeks. Um, so yeah, and I used to go to UAB all the time and visit friends. But um, if you're ever in Birmingham, uh, what is it? Dreamland Barbecue? Man, is the place to go eat at Dreamland. I love eating there. Yeah, yeah, the Barons. I think they do. I think you're right. They do play on Regions Field. Um, but I was trying to figure out if that's their headquarters in Birmingham. I think it may be. But yeah. Oh, thanks, Boomslang. Yeah, hop on the bus. And if you want to, anybody wants to, hop on that fantasy league. I put the link up at the very top for anybody that wants to. I'll post it now again. If anybody wants to join us in the fantasy league, um, it. We got 6 teams. We got room for 6 more. So, and the draft's coming up in 2 weeks, like 2 weeks from last night. There's the link for it. Um, yeah, the biscuits. Yeah. Oh, the trash pandas. Yeah. 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 I've been, I'm trying to think of like most of the minor league teams that I've been to, would have all probably been in Florida. Like I went down and saw the Jupiter Hammerheads, Daytona Cubs. Um, Trying to think who else. Port St. Lucie is where the Mets are. Is that where the Mets play? I think it is, where their minor league team was. I didn't when I worked for the Cobras. I didn't have to travel much with a team because every stadium has their own score, which is what I did. So every stadium's got their own score, and so only if I think I traveled to a Daytona Cubs game one time because they didn't have a score and they needed someone to score the game. So I rode with the team, and scored the game, and then came back and Tebow was in St. Lucie. Yeah, he was. I never went down and saw him. I wish I had. I mean, I saw him in college. I saw him play, but I never saw him play baseball. Um, but yeah, I went down, and so it wasn't just like scoring. When I did that kind of stuff, it was you had to then back in this day, I had to go fax my sheets over to all the local papers for the away team, local papers for the home team. I had to fax stuff to the Astros. So I'd spend like 2 or 3 hours after the game just faxing paperwork and printing out my sheets. Um, but yeah, I saw Tebow a couple times in football. Obviously, when I went to Florida many years ago, like when I went to school there, I did not. It was before Tebow got there, clearly, because I'm a lot older than he is. So um, the quarterbacks when I was there, like we had like Doug Johnson and good old Jesse Palmer. So yeah, when I do have some wonderful Jesse Palmer stories. Some that I could probably share one day down the road, and some that I definitely am probably not allowed not allowed to share. But he was roommates with one of my good friends that played on the football team. So um, that was a long time ago. Yep, Danny Werfel. Yep. Oh, actually, so okay, so this let me grab it. This right here. This is actually signed by Danny Werfel. Um, how would I get Rickwood Field game tickets? I'll have to look into that. Yeah, but this is signed by Danny Werfel. I went and saw him, or one of my mom's friends actually went and saw him and got this autograph. Um, it's just like a little plush ball, but it's kind of cool. I don't think I have too many autograph things back behind me. Um, what I mainly got are my bobbleheads and stuff, but that Danny Werfel ball is definitely one of them. And I feel like I had one other thing, but I don't know where it's at. Um, let's see. That's still pretty nice official score. A couple years ago, they needed a bullpen catcher. Yeah, yeah. It could have been like that Zamboni, that Zamboni driver that popped in there and played goalie for a game or two. That was, I think it was just one game, but that was still pretty cool. Yeah, they were having an issue with the autos, like Troy was saying. Um, I don't know the whole entire broad spectrum of it, but yeah, they were having some issues with some of that stuff. So I haven't. I think I've only bought one box of the 2024 Top Series one so far this year. I haven't made it over to a Walmart or to a card shop. I was going to swing by Orlando Sports Cards when I was down there, but I ran out of time. And the closest sports card shop around here is Columbus, which is like an hour and a half. So I don't get to too many things. But oh yeah, yeah, he was there. I mean, he just never panned out in the NFL. That seems to be the trend with some Gators quarterbacks. But I mean, we've had some good college quarterbacks. Like Warfel was great in college. Tebow was. Jesse Palmer was fine when he was there. I wouldn't say he was great. Even Shane Matthews was a solid quarterback. Um, Chris Leak was all right. I mean, I don't know after that. It was, but nobody ever seems to really pan out in the pros as far as a quarterback goes for them. Wide receivers, we can pump some of those out. Running backs, I like Kyle Pitts, even though he's had a tough run there in Atlanta. But yeah, let's see. I tried out for the Phillies, left-handed batting practice pitcher. Some writing out. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, I mean, um, I never had an opportunity to do anything exciting like that. Like I said, being the official score was about the best I could do. I did always kind of want to apply for the Braves one, but they generally hire like newspaper sports reporters for that, or they used to, at least when I looked into when I first moved up here. Maybe one day. I mean, I still score games when I go to it. I still try to stay in practice, but there's so many new rules and stuff. I don't know if I'll be able to keep up with like pitch clock violations and all that kind of stuff. I just have to relearn it. And even the funny thing is even when I was working for the Cobras, I'd be in the middle of a game and I wouldn't know exactly how to score something. Like it'd be an interesting play that I'd never scored before or never had anything, and I would have to call my grandfather, and I'd have to ask him because he used to be a scorer. I'd have to call him and ask, how would you score this? Because it's all interpretive, really. A score is. I mean, there are rules and guidelines, but there's interpretations and certain stuff like whether it's a hit, whether it's an error, whether it's a put out an error or two errors or something like that. It's just one of those things where sometimes it's just a personal opinion on things, and that was the situation that I had with the hitter down there that tried to come up to the bleachers and fight me for the opposing team. Was that he felt his speed was superior enough. All right, Boom Slang. Thanks for stopping in, man. I appreciate it. I'm about to get off here too in a few minutes. I was going to shoot for about an hour and 15 minutes, but I may wrap it up here in about 9 or 10 minutes. But yeah, so he had hit a ball and he had thought that our third baseman muffed it and kind of bobbled it and picked it up, threw it over, and didn't quite get him, but the guy barely beat it out. And so I gave it an error because, Royce Huffman, love him to death, Pigpen over there at third, bobbled it and picked it up off the ground, threw him out. And the runner felt that with his speed, he would have he would have beaten it out, even if it was a clean pick and a clean throw. And I gave it an error, which being a hometown scorer, that's going to assist my pitcher as well, who I don't think it was Lidge that was on the mound. Could have been Eric Ireland. I don't remember. One of those guys was on the mound. It helps them out when it's an error sometimes. Doesn't necessarily help Royce Huffman, but he wouldn't have beat it out. The runner wouldn't have beat it out. And so he was fast. Don't get me wrong. I'd seen him a couple games before, but he wasn't going to beat it out. So I gave it an error, and he felt that it was a hit. And of course he's trying to make it to the majors and trying to get called up, and he wants a hit as opposed to just getting on based on an error. So he called up there, and I told him, hey, I ruled it an error and it's going to stay an error. And he came running up out of the dugout and up the bleachers and got up there and, kind of threatened me a little bit. And then I stood up and he turned around and walked back down the bleachers and went back to his dugout. So it was interesting. But yeah, hey, I'm glad everybody's kind of hanging out here. And like I said, I'm going to be on here for a couple more minutes. And then, yeah, it was a little intense. In fact, I haven't talked to Kevin Baldinger, who was a PA announcer. I haven't talked to him in a while. He's actually the announcer for the Orlando Predators, the arena football team now. I haven't talked to him in a couple of months. I usually talk to him on Facebook, but I'll have to see if he remembers that, because he was PA in that game. So he was kind of like a little stalwart there for the Cobras for a while. Kevin Baldinger was. He's a good guy. He's got a good voice. But yeah, it was definitely an intense situation. I thought we were gonna throw down. But I mean, in all honesty, I probably outweighed him at that point. I probably outweighed him by about 70 pounds, and I was probably about 5 or 6 inches taller than him. And I'm not all that tall. So it'd be like Jose Altuve coming up there. So, but it ended up being all right. So, all right. Well, I think I'm gonna wrap it up because my dog is still barking at something. But I appreciate all you guys hopping on here. I'll try to do some more live streams. Yeah, I'm gonna try to do it in the future. I mean, I just wanted to test it out and see. I kind of want to get like some better angles and like, be able to show you guys some of the cards I'm going through and stuff. Um, you know, but I just kind of wanted to try it. And I was going to try it last night, but it made you, when you go and sign on for the first time, it made you like wait like 24 hours. So I figured I'd do it tonight. Tomorrow night I won't be around. But yeah, I'm going to try to do it. And, you know, I will answer some questions. I'll try to be themed on stuff instead of just standing there talking. Yeah, Barry, definitely. I'm gonna try to have a great March, and I hope to see you. I'll see you in the draft when we do the draft. I think I said that's on the 14th, March 14th. Yeah. So yeah, we'll have the baseball draft, and I'll talk to you. Definitely talk to you then if I don't talk to you before. But I'm glad both you guys hopped on. And Troy, let me know about that 2022 Allen Ginter. Um, like it, send me over a checklist of what you're missing, and I'll send some over. But yeah. So all right, I'll talk to you guys later. Make sure if you're not in the fantasy league, I know Barry is, just get signed up. So, all right, I will talk to you guys later, and hope everybody has a good night.